1039 LI News Radio presents Meet the Candidates with Jay Oliver.
Welcome to 1039 LI News Radio. I'm Jay Oliver, and I have the distinct pleasure of welcoming Phil Nolan, who's now the president of the Suffolk County OTB. Pleasure to have you here.
Good to be here. Thank you.
A lot of people recognize the name of Phil Nolan. 6 years as a supervisor at Town of Iceland. Was it 5 years?
Yeah,
and also as a county legislator.
A long time ago, yes.
What attracted you back into the mix again? Big management position, OTB? What was the big thing for Phil Nolan to come back?
It was an opportunity to work on something that was going to be a challenge. I took over July 1st, 2012, and the organization is in bankruptcy. A lot of structural problems, but we attacked it. And there was some need for downsizing, not too much, because my predecessor had done a good bit of that. Our model is not working, the old model that had produced tremendous results. And now we have to go to 2013, 14, 15. We have to get into our improving our website, which we now have. We believe we have the best one in the business. We had the worst one, and it was costing us a lot of money. Phone wagering, computer wagering is where this industry is going. So we've accentuated that. Additionally, we have a concept called quick bets, which are in bars. Very profitable for us, very good for the restaurants or the bars that have them. Really a symbiotic relationship. So we've about doubled that in a year, and we're continuing to go at that. We want to find new ways of making money, at the same time constrain costs. Pretty much what you do when you're in trouble monetarily.
Phil, when people hear OTB, off-track betting, it could be somewhat of a misnomer about OTB. But the fact of the matter is, it could bring an awful lot of revenue to a county that needs it.
Well, even on a bankrupt state, I believe, contributed about $1.5 million to the county last year. We didn't get money from government. We gave money. We always have. And the way the year went for us, we were able to go to Albany and get permission to put 1,000 VLTs, video lottery terminals, into in this county under our banner, and we're actively working on that now. That has tremendous potential for the county and for education. The amount of money they're making at Aqueduct in their VLT facility, slot machines, whatever you want to call them, enormous money. Enormous amounts of money. I believe they made $72 million in February. We've done some rough projections, and we're very, very hopeful and confident that we'll make about $100 million a year if we can keep our Suffolk wagerers here. And it's going to be convenient, and we'll be a first-class facility, but we're just getting the RFPs in to start building it as soon as possible.
And I've read different areas. I've read Tanger Archers in Deer Park. I've read possibly Republic Airport. Is there a site that maybe you could tell us today that maybe is kind of leading the way a little bit, or not yet?
No, it's we're waiting for. We put an RFP out. It's called a request for proposals. Right. We did it very open-endedly. We're hoping to attract big-time gaming interests, development interests to come in and give us the best proposal we can hang our hat on, and we're going to receive those tomorrow. But interestingly, we received 54 inquiries, and 54 entities actually took the document. Now, I've been involved in other RFPs in the past. I never saw anything like that. I was hoping for 15 or 20. So we're going to see what comes. We don't know what they're out there doing, coordinating a gaming interest with a financial interest with a real estate interest. We wrote it deliberately open-endedly to attract as much of that kind of coordination from the private sector as possible, so that we hopefully get the best product possible.
Phil, as far as what the county is facing now, and you're looking at a $250 million or so shortfall, how important would these revenues from these parlors? I mean, how important would it be for them to kind of, you know what, we're going to help fix this shortfall? Is it a huge step, possibly?
Very significant. I don't know if it's huge against 250, but if the projections are correct, make a significant dent in the problem, and it's recurring. It's a completely new source of revenue, and it's recurring. Very difficult to find those. The place you have to look oftentimes is to the taxpayer, and no one wants to do that, and there's a tax cap in place. So you have to find either new revenues or cut expenditures. And over the years, you've had some fairly tight budgets in the past. It's just that right now government and the society at large is experiencing monetary problems. There's a recovery going on, but we're not back to the halcyon days of 2006, 7, when, pretty much things were really going very well. It's been a tough spell, and government, as well as everyone, is just catching up to that. So it'll be significant revenue. I don't want to say a number because I don't know, and I'm almost sure to be wrong to some degree. Right. And I don't want to, give misimpressions as to what I know or don't know. I have ideas, we have projections, but I like to err on the side of caution.
Last one for you. I know it was talked about years ago. Long Beach might get something in Nassau. Maybe the Shinnecock Indians in the Hampton Bays area. We're thinking of something. Are people on board with this? Because I know there was a lot of negativity, especially in the Hamptons area, but mainly because of a traffic situation, which I don't think you would have in some of the areas that have been written about. But are you confident that the acceptance of these parlors will be in good shape with a lot of the folks out here?
We're certainly going to keep all that in mind in our selection process. It is not the top consideration, frankly. We have to get this off the ground because of the vast potential and need. But we're not going to just needlessly create a problem. We believe we'll put it, we're looking to create a place where there'll be more than sufficient parking, decent access by roadway, rail, whatever, for people to get there as painlessly as possible, and not exacerbate problems in the area regarding traffic today. So we're mindful of all those factors, but and I do think we can accomplish the goal.
Phil Nolan, the president of the Suffolk County OTB. Pleasure to have you here today.
Thanks for having me.
And for Long Island News Radio 1039, I'm Jay Oliver.